morning, guys. So last week Monday we traded in our gas powered Hyundai Kona for an electric Kona. So we swapped the gas for electric. The car is pretty much the same. There's a lot more obviously creature comforts on a newer car. We had a 2019 Kona. This is brand new out of the box. There's a lot more creature comforts. So this car is set to do 415 kilometers EPA or guesstimated range. I think we could do a little bit more out of this car, just where we sort of travel to. So today I'm going to do a bit of a test, same drive as I do. So I get home with 40 to 50% now in summer. Obviously that is not going to correlate because this is a 77 kilowatt battery. My Nissan Leaf has the 30 kilowatt battery. So I was using I think it was about 18 kilowatts to drive during the day. So we'll see what this vehicle is at. It's at 90% at the moment. I just literally took it off charge, so it's 90%. So we've got a range of over 409 kilometers. We've charged this once over the past week, which that's fantastic. It's nice to have an EV you don't need to charge every day, just the distances that we travel, which is great. It's got the Infinity sound system, so I'm eager to try that out. And let's see how it handles. Ciao. So driven it now for just over 3.5 kilometers, and it goes great. I sit a lot lower in this car compared to the Nissan Leaf. It's more of a solid vehicle. This is sort of like what you would find in like a German vehicle. Feel that the steering is very sort of like stiff. It's heavy. It's a very heavy vehicle, it feels like. But it's going great. I mean, I'm enjoying it. The sound system, again with this Infinity sound system, it's amazing. The seats are comfortable. It's got great lumbar support. It's not adjustable. We only have heat and obviously front and back support adjustments on the driver's side. But it's going good. I'm going to do the next 40 kilometers and I'll give you an update. Right, so here's a little bit of the inside of the vehicle. It doesn't look much different inside except for the center console. The rear is still the same. It seems a bit smaller in the rear in the Kona EV compared to the gas powered vehicle. I'm not too sure why. But there's just lots of tech. We've got some adaptive cruise control. It's got lane keep assist, not obviously as great as the Tesla, but I mean it keeps you in your lane. It warns you when you sort of approach in the other lanes. Right, so here's the updates on the Kona EV. So I've just got home now. So I did a total today of 81.4 kilometers. This Kona EV is amazing. The power on the car is fantastic. They had low center of gravity because the battery pack is phenomenal in the twisty mountain bends. I love it. It's really cool. It's really nice to play with. We used 14% of battery. One thing I did note, so 14% of a 77 kilowatt battery. I'm not sure on the math on that at the moment. I do feel that this car is a lot more energy efficient or economical, if you will. So we used 8% going to the office of 77 kilowatts. I use 40% of a 30 kilowatt battery. So it's definitely more economical. Coming back down, we did a little bit of regen. The temperature dropped at 10 degrees, so it didn't do as much regen as I would hope. But that was it for today. The bug is now definitely bit me that I want to get another car. The tech and the gadgets and the gizmos, the full-on Apple CarPlay on this car, the adaptive cruise control to drive into the office. I drove for about 40 kilometers without touching the brake or accelerator, following a car in front of me. The car stops, the car goes and does its own thing type of thing, which is amazing. I had lots of fun in this car today. But I've got to hand the keys over now, and that's it from here. Ciao. Good morning, guys. So we got the Kona for another day, which is great. So yesterday I was driving in eco mode, so I'm going to drive in normal. So this EV has different drive modes. You have eco, normal, sport, and then eco plus. Eco plus pretty much kills all the other electrics and then saves on battery power and makes more economical drive. Obviously dead into the throttle, you notice the throttle response between eco, normal and sport. Definitely sport mode is just ludicrous. It's one of the quickest vehicles I've driven, next to a Porsche and Audi R8 R3 RS4, sorry. So we're gonna see today it's a bit cooler out, so the battery will probably use a little bit more battery. It's now 11 degrees. It's been sitting outside all night. There wasn't any preconditioning, so we have range of 349 kilometers. Let's see how we do. Here are the different drive modes. So in the center console, you have your obviously heated seats, your drive mode, your heated steering wheel, your hold, your park distance control, and passenger heated seats. So we hit drive mode. We go into eco, so you've got normal. See how the digital cluster display changes. Go into sport, which is pretty cool, and eco. And if you hold it down, we go into eco plus mode. So it limits your cruise control to 90 kilometers. Let's hit it again. So we're going to drive today in normal. I'm going to change this. Drive today to show my speed. And that's for today. Ciao. Right, so here's one of the cool things about this Kona EV is the adaptive cruise control. As you can see there in the center above the 288, you've got the cruise control set to 70. We're now doing 59 kilometers per hour. Why? Because we've got a car in front of us. So the car recognizes it. You can see there, there's those two cars and there's 4 dots that you can change by this button. You can set your distance, your following distance from the next vehicle, which is amazing. I mean, so it's raining out. We've got the adaptive cruise control set. Obviously, I'm ready to take control at any second on the brake pedal. I've dialed up the regen, obviously, so that there's no so there's no skidding and that sort of stuff. Should you have to slam anchors. But yeah, I mean, so we're following at a great distance. I'm chillaxing. It's doing 55, following the car in front of me. I'll drop the speed down to 60 now as soon as we get into town. But that's another cool feature. Right, so end of day 2 with the Hyundai Kona. So we've done 2 trips of 80 kilometers, so it's 160 kilometers. The range started off, we charged us to 90% yesterday morning. Topped out at 90%. I've driven 160 kilometers. It was showing 407 kilometers of range then. We're now on 252 kilometers of range left. So in theory, 407 less than 160 should give us 247 kilometers of range left. So we've actually gained 5 kilometers of range. It's obviously due to probably a lot of regen and that around the city and coming down the hills, which is great. I mean, my Nissan Leaf, it just doesn't even compare. I mean, the range in this car is just, I'm super thrilled. The battery is currently at 58%. That means you use 32% to 160 kilometers. If we times that, let's give or take 3, that's 300, yeah, it's 480 kilometers. Is that right? 480 kilometers if we had to go the same sort of travel. Working it out, 32%, yeah, probably about 480 kilometers, maybe close on 500 if you had to charge to 100% and just carry on going back and forth. I mean, that's more than a week's worth of driving that I do, which is fantastic. I mean, my Nissan Leaf, I need to charge every single day to do the trip to work. Obviously, it's a 30 kilowatt battery, I understand. This is 77 kilowatts. But I mean, it's amazing. I'm really thrilled with this vehicle. So handing the keys back today, back to my Nissan Leaf. I love that little vehicle. I can't wait to get back into it today. Actually, I saw another one on the road, got a bit hot sore. But this car has been going well. I'm well impressed. It's a very nice little vehicle. Hyundai Kona, it's 2021 Hyundai Kona preferred. And if you're in the market, I suggest really look at this vehicle. I'll maybe do a full review inside and out in the next couple of weeks. But until then, check you later. Ciao.